So as you guys can see, basically I took some pictures with that blue CRX and also my homie Ruben's EF9, the red one, and then another guy, Hector's I believe, CRX. We just decided to snap some pictures at the end of the day, and basically they came out pretty dope. So right now I'm actually going to be heading to Jesus's house, which is the painter. Over the weekend I sent a window guy to go ahead and pretty much remove the windows, and basically they're removed already. So for his safety and for mine, he basically asked for me to go ahead and bring back the rear window because he doesn't want to be liable for the rear window if it does break, and I'm not replacing that window. So basically I'm going to go ahead and pick it up, and while I'm there also he asked me if I can help him remove the front door handles as he had some trouble, and he figured maybe I can give it a try. And if I end up breaking them, that's fine, because either way I do have another set here that I'm going to keep, because the plan was actually a door color match the door handles and then keep one originally black. So I do have an original set of black ones, and all I have to do is go to the junkyard again and pick up another set of front ones if I have to. So right now we're gonna head over there. I already got the truck pretty much warmed up, and we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'll show you guys the video of them, basically the car being primered, body worked already, and basically now it's go time, because all he has to do is the final stages of sanding and basically blocking it with the guide coat, and we are set to go. When we do get back, guys, we are actually going to be working on the Domani today. The reason being is because this car has been severely neglected, and yes, I've neglected it ever since it really did arrive from Japan. So what this car really needs is it needs a full detail in the engine. It is dirtier than dog crap. My wife daily drove it for over 3 months, 4 months, 5 months actually, even more than that I believe. So what I got to do is pretty much fix the oil leak that has happened. As you guys can see, there is a bunch of grime on the transmission, engine, starter, pretty much everywhere. So I am going to fully degrease the engine and basically see if we can figure out where the leaks are coming from, because it does leak a lot. These leaks right here on my driveway is basically from the car. It leaks. So I'd rather not avoid it anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and attend to the Domani and do the maintenance that this needs, because after the Domani, guys, I really need to start working on the DA, because the DA also needs more maintenance. Come to find out, the car drove fine this weekend, no issues at all, but I did crack the headers. So I am going to replace the headers on this, and this header has to be a custom header because it is a single cam motor, and makes the header go a lot farther to the back before we can meet up like an axle back. So we are going to have to do some fabrication to get that header fully modified and fully fit, or basically add a piece of length of piping to get it all where it needs to be. But pretty much, guys, let's go ahead and head to the painters and we'll pick up on it over there. And basically, as you guys know, basically this side right here was the most damaged section here, and basically he got everything pretty smooth with 0 dents, it looks like. But he is going to be blocking it with, you know, that, what's it called, guide coat, and then here from there we'll do the final primer and sand, and then go ahead and throw the coat of paint on. But not too shabby, I gotta say, man. This guy is working his work, and I highly recommend him for getting this much done compared to a shop that wants, you know, 2 to 3 months, and he's doing it here in the backyard, guys. I can't complain. He's doing an awesome job. And then he's still going to be doing, of course, the attention to detail, smoothing this inside out, basically doing a little bit more body work. And sand finessing in the engine bay, but not too shabby. He's still gonna have to scuff the inside. He said he'll do all that once he removes the hood and basically continues doing body work. Well guys, there you guys go. He's not doing too bad of a job. I mean, I have zero complaints. The body is really smooth. The primer that they provided over there at the paint spot where I got my paint from is actually really good. He has zero complaints about it. I just finished getting off the phone with him because he is at work and basically telling me that the paint and the primer is A1. So no complaints. It's gonna sand down smooth. So again, next step to the whole paint job is actually guide coat and then go ahead and block it. And if there's still low spots on certain sections, then he'll address that with high build primer that he has. And then I'm not sure if he's gonna throw sealer on it, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna put sealer on it from what he said, and then go ahead and hopefully get the car into paint within this next week and a half. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm stoked. Finally, the car is where it's going already, and I am happy that I was still able to get at least the car painted, even though I am facing the dilemma of the whole engine issue. But we are still gonna be rocking and rolling with that engine, and we're just gonna make the best of it. Fingers crossed and hopes and dreams, and I'm just gonna continue, man. But yeah, we'll pick up when we get back home so that I can continue working on the Domani. All right guys, so pretty much we made it back home. Now it's pretty much time to get started on the Domani. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is pretty much pull the car back out, and I do got degreaser up over there on my toolbox, and I'm gonna go ahead and degrease the shit out of the engine bay, and then I'll go ahead and use my hose to pretty much rinse off whatever we can. And we'll keep doing the same thing. I'll keep adding some more coats of degreaser, so pretty much I can get rid of all the old stuff that's on it and see where it's exactly coming from. I'm pretty positive it's coming from the oil pan and also the distributor O-ring. So let's just get to it and pull the car out. Alright guys, so pretty much car is jacked up, and I took off the distributor because I had a real big feeling that it was because of the distributor. And you can tell basically this seal right here, this bushing and washer, is messed up. It's dry. It looks like it shrunk. It doesn't hold the integrity anymore, and you can see down here where the oil is coming from, seeping out through the bottom of the seal. So I think that's all we're really going to replace, because the oil pan doesn't look bad. I did talk to the owner. I reached out to him and I messaged him, and basically in Japan, because I translate through a app, so I reached out to them and they told me basically that this car basically they did do the, I think it was the valve cover gasket and also the oil pan gasket before it left. The timing belt was also done to this, and also the transmission service was done to it also before it left, before I purchased it. So I know the car was maintained. That was the reason why I did purchase the car, and I know I just forgot what was done to it. So pretty much guys, I think all we're going to be replacing is that. I'm going to clean the bottom of the engine. I'm going to go ahead and run to AutoZone, buy some degreaser and stuff like that, that way I can clean all this stuff, because the oil pan is not leaking from there. You can tell it's just small dots, and those small dots was from me moving the car back and forth in the garage earlier and yesterday. So basically I wanted to see where I was at, and as you can see, it's just small dots, indicating most likely it's just from the seal of the distributor. All right guys, pretty much went to AutoZone, picked this kit up. It was like $6 for the distributor, and basically these all has different size O-rings. This was the old one over here, so now we pretty much got the new one already installed onto the distributor. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is put it onto the block, mount it all back up, and make sure that basically clean out a little bit of the surface with some brake cleaner. I bought some of that too, to clean any little debris that left over, because I still got to clean the bottom of the oil pan and stuff like that, so that way at least that's out of the way too, and that's pretty much clean. And then from there I'm going to go ahead and try to detail the engine a little bit off camera, just because I know you guys don't want to see that. I don't want to see all this stuff. As you can see, I used some degreaser and it kind of made it look ugly. So I know I can use some WD-40, which is like the old school trick for the low riding, but I'm going to go ahead and use a shiny that you can spray into the engine. Basically it's like a tire shine.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel
feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant, I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, no, this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose, if it's some loose shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh.
This oil was black. Dirtier than a kid with some dirty skid marks on his chon-chons. Alright guys, had to bring out the big boys. These guys in Japan tighten this shit more than you really need to. I don't know what the hell they did, but this is... Do not do this. So what I'm gonna do is dab my finger in a little bit of olive oil, lubricate the seal. Not a lot, just a little bit. And pretty much done. Well guys, there you guys go. As you guys can see, pretty much we did the much needed maintenance to the right hand, my wife's right hand drive, Domani. As you guys see, it was leaking a lot of oil. It had a bunch of grime on the block and everywhere else, so it was just splattering over time. Since she has been driving it for around 6-7 months, I've neglected it, I'm not gonna lie, just because of the fact that it wasn't a daily before and we were just driving it to little shows, little meets here and there, which is the reason why I didn't kind of put my whole attention to it, because in all honesty. Like I said, I neglected it because I've been building my EK also. A lot of time and money has been going into that car compared to these two cars here. But hopefully here now, everything is fixed. On the Domani, there hasn't been any more leakages so far, so I'm pretty sure we're golden on that. On the next video, I'm probably going to make a short video on this video, since a lot of you guys have requested a video on the Domani from the last time I made a video on the DA7. On the next video, I'll do a little quick recap of the DA on the Domani, and then I know I still need to do a little bit of work to this one, as I stated, because I did crack the header really bad on the DA7 from when I went to this last meet. So I need to repair the headers, or swap out the headers, unfortunately, and then extend it, because the DA headers are actually a lot longer than the single cam EF ones because they're shorter. These are bigger, so I do need to extend it. I do have a little bit of piping that I was going to start on it, and I have it up there, so I need to put that flex pipe on it to extend it, so that way it'll reach up to the original piping that's on the DA. But yeah, guys, pretty much with that being said, guys, let me know what your guys' favorite part of the build is so far. How do you guys think the bodywork is coming out on the EK, and what do you guys look forward to it coming back? Me personally, I just can't wait to see the color actually laid on the car and actually be able to make some more progress once it's back. But again, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And again, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time, guys.